So number 10 says, find point M along a directed line segment from point A at -3, 3 to point B at 6, -3 that divides the segment into a ratio of 2 to 1. Okay, so if we're trying to divide this segment into a ratio of 2 to 1, we need to go to our formula sheet. Wow, that's really big. And we need to pull the formula for partitioning a line segment. Partitioning is just a fancy way of saying dividing a line segment. All right, so if you look on your formula sheet, it's going to give you two different options, this one or that one. I gotta be honest, the second one looks a little bit scarier, so I just usually stick with the first one. All right, so I'm going to just take this first formula and I'm going to do what it says to do. The first thing I need to do is I need to label which numbers are which letters. So, for example, it says our ratio is A to B. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to label my ratio A to B. So I'm going to make a little note out here on the side. A is 2, B is 1. Then it says our first point has to be x1, y1. And our second point has to be x2, y2. So again, I'm just going to make myself some notes over here. x1 is -3. y1 is +3. x2 is 6. And y2 is -3. And then I'm going to take my actual formula and I'm going to start substituting them in. So we're trying to figure out a point that divides this. So our final answer is going to be an ordered pair. We're going to have x comma y. So I'm just going to start with the x portion of the ordered pair. Notice it says b times x1. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to find my b and I'm going to multiply that by my x1. So 1 times -3. Then it says a times x2. My a is 2, my x2 is 6. So I'm going to do 2 times 6. And then all over b plus a, so 1 plus 2. That's going to give me the x coordinate. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and figure that out. 1 times -3 is -3. 2 times 6 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. If I add up the top here, I get 9 over 3, which is 3. So I know the x part of my coordinate is going to be a +3. Now, if this test was multiple choice, I would stop right there and I would use some elimination. But this problem isn't multiple choice, so I'm going to keep going. So now I'm going to find the y portion. So it says b times y1. So I'm going to come over here. My b is 1. My y1 is 3. So 1 times 3 plus a times y2. My a was 2. My y2 was -3. All over b plus a. So 1 plus 2. And then we'll do a little bit of math again. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times -3 is -6. Add up the bottom and we get 3. 3 minus 6 is -3 over 3, and that reduces to 1. So my final answer here, it would be at the ordered pair 3, 1.